In 2024, we rode the Mae Hong Son Loop, a 4-day trip that gave us just a glimpse of northern Thailand's beauty, and it left us wanting more. It's been our dream ever since to return to Thailand and properly explore the mountainous north by bike once again. So, to kick off 2025, that's exactly what we're doing. For the next 12 weeks, we're going to be exploring the northern provinces of the old landed kingdom by motorbike in a series we're calling Touring Thailand. We'll be adventuring across epic mountains, visiting ancient temples and trying the best food from our favourite part of the world. But first, in this video, we embark on the longest travel day we've ever experienced with an 18-hour layover in Shanghai on the cheapest flight we could find.
It's starting to feel a bit too real now.
Yeah, it does feel real now. It's so cold here.
It's freezing.
Here's our ride. Hey Brian.
Hello. Is that all the bags that you have?
Yeah, that's it. That's literally it.
Yeah. Road trip! Yay! Apparently if you flash your lights, the lights will turn green. I don't think that works.
I like that theory.
Give
them a flash.
No, they have sensors, but surely it would be the vehicle. Oh, bloody. Should have picked the horn just to activate the green light. That's not going to... Yes! It worked!
Maybe it is true.
Beep, beep.
Gatwick, they charge you to literally pull up for 1 second.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Oh my god.
That was £5, isn't it? £5 for drop off.
Oh no, how's Brian going to survive when we're paying it? Oh no. No more quiche and coleslaw today.
I've never had a quiche and coleslaw. Did you look at my bin?
I did.
No.
I was looking at your bins about 1 AM. I was like, what is Brian having for tea?
How? How did you know I had a quiche last night?
Because I know. I know it'd be a
I'm concerned for my safety.
I know it'd be a coleslaw based dish.
I'm concerned for my safety. You looked into my bin.
I did. And I enjoyed every second of it.
What if there was something else in there?
Oh, like what?
I mean, there was this huge pile of tissues, but I just thought you'd blow your nose.
Absolute filth.
Yeah, that's what I thought when I looked in there.
Look, John, if you wanted something to eat, you could have asked me. I was looking to my bin.
I think if I was hungry, the last place I'd look is Brian's bin.
Well, you did! you did!
I wasn't doing it for hunger, I was doing it for
You did look at my bin!
Out of entertainment, not out of hunger.
Brian still can't work out how we know he had quiche.
Yeah, we're mystery.
I'm trying to work out.
A mystery.
You knew.
I know it all!
That was quite quick.
Straight in, that's exit, or that's car park. Do you want to go in the car park?
You may or may not have parked in the motorcycle parking.
Right, okay.
Right, that's my one.
Right, should we have a trolley?
Oh, we don't need a trolley.
Dog!
Oh.
Dog! Dog, we're in H.
Right, thanks Brian.
Alright, have a
Only
safe
Brian
journey.
could park in the motorbike section.
All for you.
And he did a really good park too.
For the top quality one.
Safe journey back. Alright, see
Safe
ya.
journey, see you in 3 months. Bye bye!
Bye. Starting to feel a bit real now that we're actually going. Now that we're at the airport.
I think I might die of frostbite in this.
We're definitely leaving at the right time. It's now -4 degrees, which is insane.
Because where we're going, we don't need coats or have room for coats. So it means that we have to suffer now. But it's freezing.
You just got a hoodie, and I have got a leather jacket on, but it's really thin. But I did bring my scarf. Bye, Brian. Kicked off the day by arriving at Gatwick at 7 AM, thanks to our trusty driver, Brian, and we headed straight to the free airport lounge that we got thanks to our trusted House Sitters subscription, where you get multiple free lounge passes in airports throughout the year. This one was pretty decent. We were able to have an English breakfast in some capacity. We had bacon, beans, hash browns, and a good coffee before heading off to the gate. Now this is our first time flying with Air China, and honestly we were a bit concerned about it because it was so much cheaper than every other airline, and we didn't really know why. We paid around the £500 mark, whereas other flights of the exact same nature were coming up at about £800–900, so it was a big saving. Air China flies over Russia. It's one of the few airlines that do, which made us a bit more nervous as well. But after reading reviews and stuff, people had said a lot of good things about the airline, so we were starting to look up. As soon as we got on the plane, the staff was super friendly and the aircraft itself looked really decent. The seats were big, they had screens on, where I'd seen people online saying that they don't even have screens or entertainment, and that was a complete lie. So I was really relieved when we finally sat down in the chair and everything was feeling really good. It's not bad. We got lots of Chinese movies. Oh wait,
well, I've also heard Chinese.
Oh okay, there's some films I wanted to see actually. I've never seen Barbie. Not only were we relieved at all the entertainment, there were so many different films to choose from. Chinese films, Hollywood films, European films, and we just spent the whole flight practically watching films. I watched 4 different ones and didn't sleep at all, neither did Dom, and that was out of choice so that we could try and beat the jet lag when we got to Thailand, which totally ended up backfiring on us. But also we were very relieved at the food. The first meal we got was beef and rice, which it wasn't the worst, it wasn't the best. I ate it all, so did Dom. It was, you know, it did the job. We didn't go hungry. It also came with coleslaw and a chocolate mousse, which was really yummy, and a bread roll with some Lurpak, which is the best butter ever. And yeah, we didn't go hungry on that meal at all. And then we got a little snack of crackers, a little bit like your usual savoury crackers, but it tasted more like a rice cracker. And then on the second meal, Dom got the omelette option, which, I mean, it didn't look like an omelette, it looked like creamy mashed potato, but it was like a breakfast option with creamy eggs of some kind, a hash brown and a sausage, whereas I opted for the other option, which was pork noodles. And they were quite plain, there was no sauce or anything, but it was really nice. It was just what I needed on a really long flight, to be honest, along with some really fresh melon, a strawberry yogurt, and a croissant with some jam and butter. It was a really nice selection, to be honest, and we ate the whole thing. I hate going hungry on a flight, like if the food tastes really horrible, so the food was definitely not a disappointment. And this was actually the smoothest flight I think I've ever been on. There wasn't any turbulence in the whole 10 hours, and it was super smooth, really good landing, really good takeoff, and yeah, Air China was a very pleasant surprise, especially for the price as well. So if you're hesitant to fly with Air China, definitely go ahead and book it, because there wasn't anything I could really fault, to be honest. But we landed in Shanghai airport and headed down to the train to get to the arrivals area where we would get our free visa.
Please don't push other people and refrain from using your cell phone when getting off. Please use the escalator and exit the station in an orderly manner.
So you can get a 10-day transit visa in China now as of November last year, and we just had to go and fill out a little form before we got to immigration. It took literally 2 minutes to fill out. You've got pens there and all the forms, and it was really easy and really smooth. So we made it to the centre of Shanghai. We've got 18 hours here, and to be honest, I was feeling like absolute crap a minute ago.
Yeah, it's like,
but now we've walked out of the station and this view is insane.
The only way I can describe what I'm feeling is it feels like I've got the worst hangover in the world, but
Yeah.
all I've had is Sprite and coffee.
Yeah.
So for us it's 4 PM, but then...
No, it's 4 AM.
Oh yeah, it's 4 AM, but we haven't slept at all.
Yeah, it's 4 AM back in the UK and we haven't slept at all. Feel like absolutely terrible.
So we thought, I know, let's do 24 hours in Shanghai.
Yeah, but the reason it was so cheap to come here and do this flight was because we got an 18-hour stopover in Shanghai, which we kind of really liked the idea of that, but now when we've arrived, it's quite intense, the feeling of like this weird like hangover feeling. I guess it's just jet lag, but
yeah. We're right in the centre of Shanghai. I can't even speak because I've got no energy. Right in the centre of Shanghai. Surprisingly, as much as you can see behind us and around us, there's lots of people around, but it actually doesn't feel that busy.
No, it feels really not busy.
It's because basically all the we'll sound American, but all the sidewalks, all the pavements, they're all so wide. So you've got all these people, but there's so much room, so you're not having to bump into anyone.
So we are actually in like the Bund, where behind us is the major skyline of Shanghai, and it feels totally not what I was expecting. It feels like we're in Europe. If you look behind us, these buildings look really, really European. And then like there's a giant spaceship-looking building. This is such a cool
I literally feel
place.
like I'm in a Netflix TV show, and there's all these people. I just had 3 people walk by, and they're talking Chinese, and they go, "Oh, YouTube." So people are already assuming what kind of people we are. Basically, they've seen the merchandise, and they're like, "Wow, these guys must be professional."
But we have actually met up with Dom's family, so it's kind of a weird like coincidence that we were able to stop in Shanghai. We were meeting up with his dad, his brother, and his stepmom. So we're just wandering around
So
with
they
them.
they live in Shanghai, but they're not right in the centre. So they're just on the outskirts towards the airport. So it was nice to see a more residential area, and now we're bang thick in the tourist, cityscape.
And it's so clean. It's so clean. We need to wake up a bit, so we've come to this robot coffee machine where the robot's going to make the coffee. Dom's getting an orange blossom cappuccino. I don't know what that means.
Now I'm trying to work out how I pay, because I'm trying to pay with WeChat. I've somehow managed to get my WeChat working. So let's try scan. So bearing in mind I don't have a Chinese bank account or anything like that. I'm not using my dad's bank. This is all through my foreign bank account. Pay £1.78 for a coffee.
Orange Blossom Cappuccino 即将完成，请先在机器侧面自取杯泡及糖包。
Why is that so impressive?
Because I can't even get the lid on.
Here we go. So how does it get it down without spilling it? Oh, is it like an elevator?
Blossom Cappuccino 好了。
Oh my god, it's like an elevator, look!
1号取杯。
Wow, and it even cools your hand.
So we have a machine-made orange blossom cappuccino.
Well,
Does it taste like orange?
you can taste the orange. It's blossoming. I'm not sure where the blossom comes into it though. I suppose it's to do with some
It's got a
flower.
really weird hole that you've got to drink out of.
Yeah, but it's like a little oval slot. It doesn't complement it
It
that
tastes
well.
like tea-flavoured coffee.
Yeah, it's like
That's
basically imagine a cappuccino and then someone's put orange
green
iced tea in it. Orange,
yeah. It's like iced tea flavoured coffee. Wouldn't recommend.
Well, what else
But
are you going to get when you come to Shanghai?
Gotta try new things.
If you're in Shanghai, you know where to go.
After our coffee fail, we had to go and find some food because it had been quite a few hours already into our 18-hour stopover. We had a look through the food court near the Bund before hopping on a train to a shopping mall where they had curved escalators, not something I've ever seen before. We're in the future, we're on a rotating, turning escalator. This is so bizarre.
It looks like flipping Hogwarts.
It was very impressive. We ended up getting spicy beef noodles with a really yummy broth just to tide us over while we were in Shanghai. That's a lot of chili. Before heading down to a park where there was a lot going on. We were so impressed by the city. This short experience of Shanghai completely changed my view of China. It's now somewhere that we both really want to come back and visit. It's got such a cool mixture of old and new. People were so friendly, and we actually ended up having quite a few interactions with the locals.
Should I put in the boot?
Yeah. We're back for round 2.
It's literally 18 hours.
We've been awake for 30 hours and I cannot wait to sleep on this flight.
It's literally like having a 10-day hangover, but then not having the joy of being drunk.